Hey guys, what's going on? Hopeless Hallow here, coming at you with another video. Up on screen you see I have the stat block for the mighty creature, the Tarrasque. The challenge rating 30 creature that almost everyone in D&D has heard of. And I have it open in the encounter builder, because today what we're going to do is we're going to see how many level 1 characters D&D Beyond predicts it will take to beat a Tarrasque. So, why don't we get started? One Tarrasque, add it on. Now, if we go into manage characters to select our characters and put them to 1. All right, let's see. Make your guesses down in the comments as we begin. So, let's start with something simple. Obviously, it's CR 30. So, what if we made 30 level 1 characters? The bar over here didn't even budge. All right, it's obvious that it is exponential. So, we'll add 300. But yet, it does not even budge. But we are able to make a rough estimate because look how much the deadly XP is for it, and look how much total XP it is, and adjusted XP. So, what if we bumped it up to 900? You see, now it's past it. So let's actually remove a few of these. And wow, that bar is barely budging. It just really goes to show you how insignificant each of these level 1 characters are to this Tarrasque. Now, you gotta think, most of these are fighters and rangers and such, because who's gonna really heal when the Tarrasque kills one with each hit? But let's see. Oh, it looks like we're getting there. All right. So, with 775, it's considered deadly. But you bump it up to 776, and it becomes a hard encounter instead. Interesting, interesting. But now, if we bump it back up to 900, and there's that nice chunk, it still didn't move much. So, let's go for a nice 1,000. And yet, it still doesn't move. 1,200 maybe? There we go, hard. I mean, medium. All right, let's see how many it takes before it becomes hard again, with the little maximum that medium is under. Clicking as fast as I can here. Don't click very fast here, but let's see if we could see the number by the XP under the hard category slowly rising. And let's see. It's slowly dropping under the deadly category, and it seems it's not going to drop very. Oh, there it is. 1,034 is medium, but you take one less off, 1,033, and it becomes a hard. Okay, well, let's go for 1,500. Still medium. 1,600. Easy. All right, hang on. We've got something here. So the maximum required for easy, we'll just see in just a second as soon as... Ooh! The bar turned yellow. So the max amount you'll need for it to be an easy encounter is 1,551. But if you add one less onto that, it becomes a medium encounter. Interesting. Okay, but now we've seen easy. But how do we get to trivial? How many level 1 characters does it take for Tarrasque to be a trivial encounter, according to D&D Beyond? All right, let's just skip to 2,000. No. 2,500. Wow. Okay, 3,000. The chunks just get smaller and smaller. All right, 4,000. Ooh, trivial. There we go. All right, now these numbers are becoming way too big for me just to click, so let's go ahead and start narrowing this down. Ooh, okay. Barely budging with these 100 changes. Maybe I cut a little too much off the top with that 4,000. It's still not moving too much. Hmm. Wow, I guess the trivial encounter doesn't need as many as I thought. That's strange. Hmm. Oh, apparently 3,000 was near the edge. Because, alright, let's find that exact number now, though. Oh, wow, it was practically right there. It's 3,100. Okay, then. Interesting. So, yeah, if you add one more, it easily becomes a trivial encounter. Alright, then. Alright, but let's take this into perspective. Although it was funny for a whole bunch of level 1s to go up against a Tarrasque, what happens if we take them to level 2s? Oh, half of it falls off easily. It's trivial. But obviously, you're not going to have 3,100 of them. Let's say you have half that. The bar doubles. Interesting. All right, but level 3 is when most classes to get their nice chunky bonus, like fighters and paladins and such. So, yep, nice cutoff of the bar. But let's cut down here too. What if we do 1,000? Wow, that didn't actually raise much. Interesting. All right, 800. Still not bad. 500. A medium encounter. That's actually not as bad as I thought. All right, but adventurers really start to peak after 5th level. So let's go to the next one, 4th level. This is when they get their feat or ability score improvement, which is a nice buff to a lot of classes. Not as much was cut off as I thought. Interesting. Okay, well, we still want to see what a medium encounter looks like, so 400. Really? Did not hit medium yet. If we take off one, no, it's not a difference by 1. All right. Let's see, 350. Still easy? That's strange. I could have sworn that bar would have been yellow by now. All right, 330, since I know we're getting close. 310? There we go. Finally, medium. Damn. All right, but I said adventurers peak at level 5, so let's see level 5. Wow. Level 5 is a big difference. A lot of characters get their extra attack feature or 3rd level spells, such as Fireball. So that would cut off a lot. I just didn't expect that much. But what if we had a half of what we have now? It becomes a medium encounter. It seems to have the bar almost. That's interesting. So it would take that many characters of level 5. Damn. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Level 6? Ooh, that wasn't as much as I thought. All right. 140 of them. Really? Okay. 130. Wow. 120. There we go. Level 7? Chunk as well. Let's try 100. Skip ahead a bit. There we go. Medium again. Level 8. The second ability score improvement. Ooh, didn't do as much as I thought. Okay. Back to medium. Level 9. Wow, these chunks are just getting less and less. Interesting. Yeah, it only took 10 down this time. All right, but level 10 is really when the best of adventurers really just stop getting stronger. So, let's see. Again, not much of a chunk down, even though a lot of characters would get some powerful things here. Actually, no, they get things at level 11 because they want to reward people from not doing a 10 and 10 build on multi-classing for extremely high levels. Let's see how much less. Again, it only took 10, and I think it went farther than last time. All right, but let's go ahead and skip a whole bunch so we're not here forever. Level 20. Now, obviously, 60 level 20 characters trivial for a Tarrasque. But what about if there's only half? Still trivial, makes sense. But half again. Easy, makes sense, but how about 10? A medium encounter. You really think it would take 10 level 20 characters for a medium encounter? All the way that far, too. That's just not reasonable. I honestly disagree with this last part. But let's keep going. How about 8? Hard? Maybe if they didn't expect a Tarrasque. Like, if your players are, like, building their characters around it or not expecting a Tarrasque, then yeah, I could see how this is hard. But a Tarrasque isn't something that just suddenly pops up. I mean, it can, actually. But there's a lot of cases where it does. Alright, maybe it is a bit harsh. But yeah. For level 1 characters, my estimate was about right. But when it started to get to level 3, 4, and 5, that's when it really started getting a bit wacky. Honestly. Just puts into perspective how CR ratings work, how many different people in your party work, and just all that. Well, this has been interesting. Figuring this out. Honestly, Tarrasque is a very tough creature if you fight it normally, because it has 3 legendary resistances, amazing physical stats, or at least strength and con. These saving throws are pretty decent. Look at those immunities. They're not resistances, they're immunities. Poison, fire, bludgeoning, piercing, and bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. That means it requires magical weapons. So actually, those swords and arrows from level 1 characters that would normally have wouldn't even phase this guy. This would actually require all those level 1 characters would have to be spellcasters or just be equipped to the max with magical items, which I don't see how you could get that many. Look at those condition immunities. They're not amazing, but the charmed and frightened, that just really helps it. Magical resistance, though, that's incredible. And reflective carapace is not bad either. Siege monster it makes sense just because it's kind of got its own Godzilla theme going on, but I really just don't like that, really. Multi-attack, though. It can use its frightening presence. It then makes 5 attacks. 1 bite, 2 claws, 1 horns, 1 of its tails, and it can use its swallow instead of its bite. Its bite can grapple, and it restrains. And then it can be replaced by a swallow, which means it's now blinded, restrained. It does have total cover against attacks and other effects outside the Tarrasque, but it takes an average of 56 or 16d6 acid damage at the start of each of the Tarrasque's turns. That's incredibly hard. And you may think, well, it could throw them back up. But 60 damage isn't too easy to do. It can be, though. But it's hard because you're blinded and restrained. But if you somehow manage to do it, then it's a DC 20 Constitution saving throw. DC 20 is pretty high, but it has a plus 10 to con. That's a 50-50 chance, which really isn't that great, considering that you did 60 damage to its insides, which is 1/10 of its HP. And even then, you fall prone when you leave it. And look at those legendary actions. It can make 1 claw attack or tail attack. The claw is really not that useful. The tail's really where it comes in. For less damage, you get 20 feet of you get 5 more feet of range than the claw, but it can DC 20 strength saving throw. I'm sorry, a spellcaster's always going to be knocked prone and is going to get walloped by the claws. And it has a speed of 40 feet, so as long as someone isn't flying, it can always catch up to someone. And these things are incredibly tall, too. So if you can't fly too high, then this thing will still swat you down like a fly. On top of that, Tarrasques, I imagine they could jump, and at that size, they could jump high. The saving throw on the Frightful Presence isn't too bad. Your druids, your monks, your rangers will probably be making this at higher levels. The other ones might take a bit more luck. Yeah. Honestly, if you fight this creature legit, this is most definitely worth its challenge rating 30. But unfortunately, due to many different things that could quote-unquote cheese the Tarrasque, it's unfortunately not as great as most people would think. Well, now that I've talked about all this, I guess that's it. Bye for now.